You'll never believe this. Patrick is actually the strongest guy in Bikini Bottom. He can casually toss big, muscular, tough guys like they weigh nothing. A 100-ton tanker truck? He can lift it with one hand without breaking a sweat. He can even pick up an entire apartment building. The sight left Larry completely stunned, because Patrick doesn't have a single visible muscle on his body, but SpongeBob has a different theory. He thinks Patrick is so strong because his head is completely empty. Patrick doesn't even realize how heavy the things he lifts really are. To find out where Patrick's limit is, Larry feels threatened and determined to become as strong as Patrick. He decides to secretly follow him around. He wants to find out exactly how Patrick trains. Before long, Patrick arrives at the town dump. He flips open a trash can, then starts digging through it for food, rotten scraps, moldy garbage. Everything goes straight into his mouth. Larry watches in horror, but if that's what it takes to get stronger, he forces himself to do the same. He nearly throws up on the spot. Later, Patrick heads to jellyfish fields. To Larry's shock, Patrick charges straight into a massive swarm of jellyfish. After Patrick leaves, Larry tries to copy the same routine. Instead, he attracts a giant jellyfish. A massive bolt of electricity strikes him from above. His whole body starts convulsing instantly. He screams in pain as the shock courses through him. That night, Larry keeps spying on Patrick. Then suddenly a huge boulder falls from the sky and lands right on top of Patrick, but Patrick keeps sleeping like a baby. At that moment, Larry thinks he's figured it out. Sleeping must be part of the training too. So he finds an even bigger rock and places it directly on top of himself. The next day, the strongest athletes in Bikini Bottom take the stage one after another, but they all get eliminated one by one. Before long, only Patrick and Larry remain, yet neither of them makes a move. They just stand there, staring blankly as if they're waiting for something. Then, SpongeBob suddenly pulls out a peanut and tosses it into the distance. The moment Patrick and Larry spot it, they explode into action. Both of them sprint toward it at full speed to claim the peanut. Their strength becomes more ridiculous with every second. Patrick even lifts an entire apartment building. Then suddenly the peanut rolls into a gigantic hole. Every ounce of strength goes into one massive lift, and in the very next second, he lifts the entire town of Bikini Bottom off the ground. The referee immediately declares Larry the winner, but Larry couldn't care less about the championship. The only thing he cares about is that peanut. As everyone watches in disbelief, their absurd super strength suddenly disappears. Larry immediately tells everyone to run, but it's already too late. Where's the peanut? Where did my peanut go? Then, someone hands the peanut back to him. Larry instantly breaks into a huge smile, all because of a single peanut. They nearly flipped the whole town.